on track. Let's dive in. Now, comparing yourself to others is not always the healthiest practice.
I agree, but audiences may compare you to others. Let's talk about it. Hey, content creators, I'm Sammy, a former professional movie watcher and content consultant in Los Angeles, bringing lessons from YouTube creators to help you become a better creator and thus make better videos. That's why I'm here. I'm here to educate, enlighten, teach. I know a lot of you young people want to be influencers, content creators. So you better start watching Looks Quality and learning the lessons so you can beat the competition and your AI overlords coming for your influencing jobs. Today's lesson is, can I copy paste content? I don't know. I mean, AI copy paste content. So can you? We're going to talk about that. Today's video is, how much should you have saved by 60? Probably a gajillion dollars in this economy, from a channel called the Wealth Shift Journal, 1,600 subscribers. And this video has 114 views at the time of this recording. This gentleman's name is Peter, one of the hosts of the Wealth Shift Journal. I think it's a play on the Wall Street Journal. Clever. And they have tied their firm, Bull Oak Financial, to this channel. So they're out here giving not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Educational and entertainment purposes only. It's funny they often say that, even though few of them are entertaining. If you're going to say that you're for entertainment purposes only, you should probably be entertaining a few of you. Now, a few weeks ago, at this point, a few weeks ago, I did a video on another content creation channel. It was asked of me by one of my viewers. If you want me to look at something, need my opinion on something, I'm a man of the people. Send it on over. I'd love to check it out. But in that video, I gave my thoughts about other content creation channels. So if you want to hear that after this video, watch that one. But something I didn't cover in that video that's really important, that I wanted to, is that one of the things that bothers me about a lot of those other content creation channels and advice channels is that the foundation of a lot of their advice is, especially to new creators, is just copy people, bro. Just copy people. Copying people is the best. It's the thing you should do. It's going to get you success, the likes that you've never dreamed of, the likes of which you've never dreamed of. And that hurts me. That pains me that is the prevailing advice. And people take it, and they take it in the wrong direction. As a content creator, as an artist myself, I'm just, when I hear that, just copy people, bro. Because people take that advice and they say, just like a Xerox copy machine, I'm just going to copy people. Now, look, I understand great artists throughout time have been inspired by other artists, have been influenced by other artists. Good artists copy, great artists steal. But there's a lot of nuance to it. And when I see people just copy people, it bothers me a lot. So I want to talk about this because it's not the way to go. And look, I know that it works because people copy Mr. Beast videos and they get millions, tens of millions of views. Mr. Beast does a video, it gets hundreds of millions of views. People will do the same video, a shorter version or like a variation, and get tens of millions of views. And so yeah, I know it works. I won't argue that it doesn't. But is it the right thing to do? Will it make you successful in the way that you probably want to be successful? We're going to discuss that. Let's get to it. I was watching this video and I said, I've watched a lot of content in my day, professional movie watcher for 7 years in Hollywood. I know how to watch content. And I was like, there's something seems kind of familiar here. Let's take out my pen. I'm going to show you guys something. Got a guy from San Diego in the middle of the frame. Nothing too unusual about that. Lots of content creators in the middle of the frame like that. In a plain t-shirt, man of the people. Little wispy plant back here, a lamp. In his living room, in my opinion, it seems to be his living room. A lot of financial advisors, I guess, do business in the living room. Is this like, I don't know, Larry David or Bernie Sanders or Warren Buffett? I don't know. You know, the thing about Warren Buffett worth like $10 billion, probably more, $600 billion. And he's like 105 years old, still working. Like, why doesn't that guy retire? He's going to die at his desk. Like, old geezer. You got a simplistic logo down here. You're all talking about retirement. Larry David. Larry David's retired. And you got this little simplistic logo. Modern, sleek, minimalistic, popular these days. And you got a lot of earth tones here. A lot of earth tones. Where have I seen all this before? I went to the back of my mind and started digging through the files, and I went to the archives of this channel, started digging through the old videos, and I was like, I know where I've seen this before. Something seems familiar because about a year ago, I did a video on a channel called James Canole. Root FP, I think, is our YouTube handle. This is James, young James, financial advisor planning firm in San Diego. Also giving out financial advice for educational and entertainment purposes only. I was very complimentary of that video. You can watch it. It's called The Look. I was truly amazed by how well put together it was, the colors, the scheme, how well produced it was, the graphics, everything was really nice. It's just really nice packaging for a video, especially for a financial advisor channel, right? Oh, very complimentary. He's the man, still the man. He's got 145,000 subscribers now. I think their assets under management is a lot. You can look it up. It's public information. But he seemed to be like the originator of this like look and feel. Let's take a look here. We got a guy from San Diego in the middle of the frame. Okay. Plain t-shirt, man of the people. Man of the people. They got a lamp in his living room because they all do business in the living room apparently. Got a little wispy plant back here, a little cattail. And he got a minimalistic logo run down here. Look at that. Plain, modern, sleek in design. And that's not all. That's not all, folks. A lot of earth tones. A lot of earth tones in the video, right? And it even seems like the font. Look at this font. Look at the font here. Look at the font there. Very, very similar fonts. Now, let me paint a picture for you quickly. You need a new suit. You go into the suit store on the Savile Row in London, and you tell the salesperson, I need a new suit. And they say, great. Walk you through the store. You see a mannequin with a sharp looking suit on it, and it catches your eye. And the salesperson is a good salesperson. And they say, hey, I saw you looking at that suit. And you're like, yeah, it's cool. And they say, that suit right there, that was worn by Daniel Craig in the last James Bond movie. Didn't he look good in that suit? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, well, we made that suit for him, and that's the actual suit. How about you buy that suit? And you're like, well, I mean, it looks good, but I mean, I'm not the same as Daniel Craig. I should probably look around the store to see if I could find something that looks good on me. And they're like, no. We know that suit looks good. You should buy that suit. And you're like, well, okay, well, all right. I guess so. I guess it looks good. It looks like a good suit. Look good on Daniel Craig, James Bond. James Bond he's a boss. He always looks like the man. Maybe I will get the attention that James Bond gets. They say, great. You're buying that suit. You start taking off the mannequin. And you're like, well, what are you doing? You're taking off the mannequin. You're like, yeah, you're buying that suit. And you're like, no. Well, get your tape measure because like I'm, 42 in the chest and 36 in the waist. And they're like, no. We're not making you a suit like this. We're not making you your own suit and giving you proportions and dimensions. We're going to take this suit and put it on you. And you're like, but Daniel Craig is like 6'3" and 225 pounds of pure muscle, and I'm 5'8" and 160 pounds dripping wet. And they're like, it doesn't matter. The suit looks good. We both established the suit looked good, right? And it looked good on Daniel Craig, buying the suit. And you say, well, I guess it's easier than actually just, going through all the steps in the process of putting a suit on that looks good on me. So sure, I'll buy it. And you buy it, you put it on, you walk out of the store onto the street, and you look like a clown. You know why you look like a clown? Because that suit wasn't made for you. that's just a story about buying a suit. Back to this. Now, when content looks this similar, audiences are going to start asking themselves questions. And look, I watched a TikTok video this morning, and there was a financial expert guy, and he said, you know, the boomers, there's a big transfer of wealth going to happen, and the boomers are going to transfer wealth in the coming years. But 91% of that wealth is in one category. You can find that TikTok and watch it yourself. So a lot of these financial advisor channels talking about retirement and planning and being the best retiree you can be, they're all kind of talking to the same person. So the chances are that that same person's going to watch both of these videos, especially if you're in the same area of the country. Now, when they're watching, audiences are smart. I know people want to think that people are stupid. Look, you won't get a lot of argument out of me, but audiences are very smart. You know why they're smart? Because they're consuming so much content, if they want to or not. The TV, the streaming, the TikToks, the Instagram Reels, the Facebook, X, they're all watching content, billboards. They walk into a McDonald's, there's a TV playing content. They walk into a Costco, and they probably got the Costco guys on loop. Audiences, and they create their own content. Grandmas create their own content now, right? They make video reels of their grandkids or something. I don't know what they do. So audiences will be watching this. They're going to be asking themselves some questions when content looks this similar. Be asking themselves, are these two companies related? Are they the same company? You may not want them to ask those questions, but they're going to. Now, the question I asked when I was watching this, I was like, is it possible? I'm just asking questions. I don't know anything. Is it possible there's an entity involved that helped James create content? And they said, you know, we got a winning package here. Why don't we just go around to other financial advisors and sell them the winning package? And look, can't knock the hustle. Good for you. Go make that money. That's awesome. I always compliment these companies that have these accounts that are just making subpar content. Go do it. Must be great. It's great for the company. Is it great for you as a content creator to just kind of buy a prepackaged thing? Let's discuss it. We've already established that when content looks the same, audiences are going to be asking themselves questions that you may not want them to ask. It would seem like the Wall Street Journal, Wall Shift Journal, is it trying to build its own brand over here? But something else that could happen is an audience could be asking, you know, is there anything original about you, your company? Your content is saying a lot about your company and you. These are the stakes that are involved, right? Especially if you're a company. If you're a content creator, look, you could probably get away with some of it because you're just kind of making content for fun. You just want to try it out. But if you're a company, your content that you're investing in could be telling people you're not original in any aspect of your business. Right? Say there's a Rolling Stone cover band and they're charging $500 for the ticket. Now, they're really great. They sound just like the Rolling Stones. They look just like the Rolling Stones. Production value is the same as the Rolling Stones. But then the Rolling Stones come to town and they say, you know, $500 too, you can come see the real thing. Our tickets are $500. Like, who would want to go see the cover band for the same price? This content creation thing is serious. And I'm sorry if no one's explained that to anybody, but that's why I'm here, to teach you people, teach everybody the importance of content creation and what it's saying to the audience. I provide a different perspective, a perspective of the audience, right? Now, when they say just copy people, bro, this is kind of the way you should do it. Look at this. Why net worth explodes over 100,000, right? Everybody and their grandma is making this video. Look at this guy. Look at this. Every jabroni has done this video at this point. Look at this. Look at this. The Costco guys are going to do this video next. Look at this. This is ridiculous. And you know, YouTube rewards this behavior. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, he's promising that life gets easy after 100,000, after $10,000. Oh, okay. Well, great. Maybe watch his video, Austin Williams. We'll do that video next. This is what they mean. You can do this if you're going to copy people, bro. But to actually buy prepackaged content, and look, I know there's a lot of companies out there doing this. They're coming around and they're saying to people, look, we'll produce a podcast for you. Now, look, it's going to look like you're a financial advisor, and it's going to look like the guys that have the plumbing podcast and the women that have the vintage clothing podcast, and the couple that has the marriage podcast, right? But who cares, right? It's easy for you. You don't have to do anything. It's going to look and sound like everybody else, but you know, whatever, who cares, right? And you're like, yeah, I guess like I'm busy and I want to, you know, everybody tells me I should create content, but it's hard. So I'll just buy a prepackaged thing. You can, but it's penny wise and pound foolish. Let me talk in a way that financial advisors can maybe understand. It's penny wise and pound foolish to do so. It is better to be wholly original. Why? Because that's why this platform is so powerful. You have an opportunity to build a genuine connection to audiences with resonance. They can feel your energy. They can get a sense of who you are. They can make a connection with you through a camera and a screen. We live in an incredible time. But the only way to do that is to be original, wholly from the ground up. You look around at the biggest content creators right now. They were originators. Right? Know it's a harder road to go. I know it's painful. I know it's full of ups and downs, and you feel like you're spinning your wheels in the mud, but the reward is great. It's worth the investment to be wholly original for you and the audience. That's a lesson for today. Told you it's going to be a long one. I will subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. As long as you do both of those things for me, I'd appreciate it. If you need help with your content, if you need someone to consult with you as you're creating your content, reach out. I'm available. LooksQualityConsulting@gmail.com. Let's talk about it. I exist to help creators. It's a real passion of mine. Genuinely and honestly. And I do this to help. I hope it's coming through. I don't like companies that sell copy-paste content. I stand against them. Good for them, though. All right. Till next time, everybody, keep creating. Be original.